Alright, so I'm going to redo the previous video that I did where I showed the difference between standard cars and premium cars. Now, bear in mind, guys, there's a lot of time I'm spending on showing everyone this that I could be spending on playing it and enjoying it myself. So, there's a few people out there, but it's not everyone, but try to appreciate this a little bit. I mean, I could just as easily have not made any videos and let you guys wait till Wednesday, but I figured, you know what, I waited so long, I know what you guys are going through. Why should you wait any longer too? Why should I just have it, no one else? So I'm going to share it with everyone. So try to appreciate it. Like, these videos aren't that easy to make. They take like an hour and a half to upload, plus I got to convert them from my phone into MP4 and all this other shit. So, like I said, you know, just try and enjoy it. If you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything. Don't watch them. Alright? Now, back to what I was explaining. What I'm going to do now, this time, because the last one was kind of biased. I used two different types of vehicles, two different tracks. I'm going to use the same track and the same vehicle this time. Now, the cars I'm going to use are... The premium car is going to be... Or, sorry, the standard car I'm going to use is a 1998 Honda Civic EK Type R. So there it is there. Let's just get a little bit of focusing. There we go. So this is the standard car I'm going to use. Let's go to my premium cars and get my Honda Civic. This one has some performance stuff done to it because this was one of my earlier cars. So here's the premium version of it. Let's get into this. The track we're going to use is Deep Forest. So here we are at the beginning. Let's look at the... notice I'm pushing the button for the headlights. Nothing's happening. Horn works. So here's a view from the outside. Oh, let's turn this up a bit. The only reason that I don't like not having the interior view on the older cars, or not older cars, the GT4 cars, let's call them, standard cars, there we go, is the fact that the camera is literally like almost attached to the back of the car. So when you spin and turn, you're still looking at the same thing. It's not as easy to play, for me anyways. And then when you go to the interior view, this is all you get, or you get a roof view. So, little disappointing in that sense. Like, I don't care how the cars look. They look just fine, to be perfectly honest. It's obviously... Hold on a second. I got something else going here. It's obviously not as pretty as the GT5 cars, but they still look great. And you know what? This game was more fun. Like, sometimes I turn on Gran Turismo 4. Like, earlier this month I was playing it, and it was fine. The only thing that bothers me is that you get used to having an interior view, and you get used to driving that way, and when you get to a race like, let's say the truck series, where there's usually, the only way to play that is with the a used vehicle, because they don't have any really new trucks, you have to race differently and do an outside view, and you just have to get used to it again, basically. So that's just one little thing to nitpick. And the worst part about it is, right, no interior view. Have a look at this. Remember this game? This is Gran Turismo for PSP. I want to show you guys something. Wait for this. So this is Gran Turismo on the PSP. Let me just get this focused. Okay. Now, conventionally this looks a lot like the PS2 version, which is, you know, fine. It's fun, it's a handheld. Right? Now, have a look at this. Hit the select button. No, where's select? Look at that. This is a PSP game, and I have an interior view. Even though all you can see is the hood of the car, it doesn't really matter to me. I can still have my interior view and enjoy the game. However, this is a little 124-bit handheld, or whatever PlayStation 2 was, or whatever the PSP is, and it has an interior view. And look, there's the roof view, right? And then here's the exterior view, which even has the angles. Like, this is a usable exterior view for me because the car isn't attached to the camera by some sort of unseen force, right? And look, interior view, right there. And I can still use this. It doesn't have a steering wheel, it doesn't have a dash, but you know what? I don't care. I can still have the same perspective that I want, even though it doesn't look that great. And what's even worse is that it has that fucking awesome camera angle that I wanted. Right? That's how this plays. Now look. The camera's attached to the car. Hold on, let me focus now. See, even when you spin, and then you go into your interior view, there isn't one. My argument is, if they can do it on a PSP handheld, why can't they do it on a PlayStation 3? I have no problem with how the cars look. I don't care that they don't have good quality interiors or anything like that. They drive the same as the premium cars. I just want to be able to have the same perspectives that I'm used to with the better cars. As well as, you know, some of those little tuning options would have been cool on the older cars. It doesn't take much to change a wheel. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Gran Turismo to death. This is by far my favorite racing game, and I've barely gotten into it. There's just little things that I, as a gamer, would like to complain about. If we didn't complain, and they didn't hear us complaining, they would never change things. They would just assume everyone likes it, and they would keep making it. Games wouldn't get better. They would just release whatever they wanted, and we would just have to deal with it. So, don't bag on me because I'm complaining, or do you think I'm a perfectionist or something? I'm not. I'm a gamer, and my input makes a difference, as well as everyone else's. Anyways, that's, what's it called? The standard vehicles, right? Now let's go ahead and do the same thing with the premium car. So now let's quickly take a look at a replay. How do you zoom in? There. So this is with the standard vehicle once again. You can see you can't really see into the car too much. I mean, and the seat that you do see is all 8-bit. Like I said, it's not that big a deal, but you know, you can tell the differences. There you can see that the door jambs are just drawn on, the windows are pixelated. What else can we notice here? The reflections don't differ across the vehicle. They're basically almost like it's just one reflection laid over top in the shape of a Civic. Like, it doesn't look like the car could come apart at all. But like I said, it's a PlayStation port. So now let's take a look at, sorry, PS2 port. Let's take a look at the premium car now. Have a look. So as you can see, I can turn on my headlights, and they actually fill up the housing the same way a normal one would. It's not just instantaneously bright. You see the reflection fill it up gradually. Exteriors of the car, it's much sharper, obviously. There's not some over-exaggerated reflection all over the body and the taillights. Just the windows are very reflective, much like in a normal car. You can see reflections there, but it's, like I said, not as over-exaggerated. With the premium cars, you do have the interior view. You can also use windshield wipers, which you couldn't in the other, in the standard vehicle. But using the interior view isn't exactly fair because the other one can't. Also, there's better damage on the premium cars compared to the standard ones. Standard ones just kind of dent and scrape. You can scratch up paint and stuff. Let's see if we can wreck this car a bit. Let's see here. Later on in the game, damage will become more severe in the more harder modes, like Professional Series and Expert Series and Extreme Series. Damage actually affects the handling of the vehicle. You can see some scrapes and bumps everywhere on the car. Let's see if we can detach a bumper. No, not gonna happen. Alright, now let's take a look at the replay, and we'll be zoomed into the car, and you can see for yourself the differences between a premium vehicle and a standard vehicle. Even the element on the light lights up. That's pretty neat. Already you can see that the handle is actually a door handle compared to some of the standard vehicles. That Ford there is a premium vehicle, not that one. That wasn't even a Ford there. That one is a premium vehicle. If you notice, the license plate is actually held on by little screws, and it's not just a picture. Now, like I was saying before, I don't care that the cars don't look as good. What I care about is that I can't get the proper perspective when I race. I don't like racing on the outside view because it's that stuck on camera, and it just kind of looks like the car is sitting there and the world's going by, not the car moving through the world. That's my only pet peeve. I hate the exterior view that they give you on this game. That's it. Other than that, I don't care how bad or good the cars look. The game's fun. They all handle like they should. There's no difference in handling between a premium and a standard car. They all have the same physics. So, like I said, it's difficult to readjust every time you have to use a different car. And if it's not a premium car, you really have to relearn how to drive, because the interior view, where you just see nothing, it's too low to the ground. And above the windshield view, I don't really like too much. I mean, I'm allowed to have an opinion. You guys can disagree for sure. But that's the differences between standard and premium cars and how they look and the features that you have with them. So my next video is going to be on modifying a premium car and all the different things you can do, as well as all the visual things that change with the car as well. So keep an eye out for that one. Thanks for watching.